from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from.
And with that being said, let's get into another. I don't know, depending on how you look at it, it's not too much. That it ain't that janky, but we got Pittsburgh taking on Michigan State. This is going down in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me get to my notes. Yes, the Chick-fil-A Bowl top 25 action. We got the Pitt Panthers 11-2 on the year, 10-3 against the spread, going against the Sparty of Michigan State, 10-2 on the year, 8-3-1 on the year. This line opened up in favor of Pitt -4.5, and that line has since flipped to -2.5 in favor of Michigan State. The total opened up at 63. Right now, that line's at 56. There are some 55 and a halves on the board as well. Get to these injury reports. So we already know wide receiver Mack, he is out for this game due to arm injury. We know the Heisman finalist Kenny Pickett, he is out for this game as well. All world, all conference defensive back Demarius Mathis, he is out for this game as well. Decided to go to the prepare for the NFL. So there's quite a few guys that are out right now for Pitt. And as far as on the other side of the ball, we already know Kenneth Walker III. He is opted out to get ready to go to the NFL. Last time we seen Pitt, they won the ACC 45-21 against Wake Forest. And the last time we saw Michigan State, they won 30-27 against Penn State. Get to these actual factuals real quick. Oh, also, Pitt will be with a new offensive coordinator as well for this game, as he's taking the job at Michigan. Actual factuals for Pitt: 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games this season. The overs hit 14 out of the last 20, 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games, 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games this season, but only 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games with going against a Big Ten conference opponent. The others also hit 5 out of the last 6 whenever Pitt plays in the month of December, and they are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing as an underdog. Actual factions for Michigan State: 62 against spread in the last 8 games. The overs hit 4 out of the last 5. They're 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games. 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games this season. 2-4 against spread in the last 6 games played in the month of December, and 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games when playing as a favorite. So top 25 action: Pitt versus Michigan State. Flat top. What is the play?
So the play for me, this one's kind of a tough one because I like Pitt, I like their offense, but a lot of that has to do with Pickett. I love Addison on the edge for them, sophomore, over 1,500 yards receiving, but a lot of that has to do with Pickett's ability to get, find the guy and make the right passes. And then on the other hand, you got Michigan State, who's favored, but Walker was a big part of what they were doing. Thorne and Reed would probably be a pretty safe bet. They've built some pretty good chemistry on offense. So I'm kind of torn. I still think that even without Pickett at the helm, Pitt still got a pretty good offense. So I'm going to have to go with the over 56 here. I think it's going to be Michigan State's going to have to change up a little bit what it does, maybe run a little less, pass a little more. I think that'll give them an opportunity for Thorne to kind of air it out, get Reed involved. So over the 56 is going to be the official play for me. I think Addison's going to have a big day for Pitt. They'll find a way to get him the ball in some space, and I think Thorne's going to be looking to light up a Pitt defense that they played good for most of the year, but, down against some of the better offensive teams, their defense has given up a pretty fair amount of points. So over 56 for me, official.
Marley, what's your play?
Initially, we rode with both of these teams a lot this year, but with no Purdy, not Purdy, I'm tripping.
Pickett.
Tripping. Purdy, Oklahoma State. No Pickett. I can't do it. He's a Heisman Trophy finalist. I don't think he's going to win, but he has to mean a lot to that team. The offensive coordinator, we got new play calling, new quarterback. I do like the talent surrounding them, but I'm gonna go with the guys I know versus the ones I don't. Even though Walker's not there, I do like Thorne and Reed. You mentioned that earlier, the connection they worked on this season. I'm gonna go with the Big Ten, and we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna play good defense, and we go build off the play action versus a wide open attack on that, depending upon the Heisman winning quarterback that's not gonna be the signal caller and throwing the ball. So I like Michigan State. I'm gonna take them on the money line. This is kind of a janky game. You got a lot of guys sitting out or going pro. But however, I'm gonna take the quarterback and the receiver duo combination that I do know versus the one I don't. So I'm gonna take Michigan State on the money line.
All right, I'm right there with you, man. I'm riding with this Big Ten. I think again, losing your quarterback, losing your best defensive back, and one of your role players, and then in the wide receiver game, I like everything that Michigan State brings to the table without Kenneth Walker. But next man up, they still got everybody else that's gutted out this season. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take my boys, Michigan State, and gotta take the ball head. What the fuck was that? The old ball coach. I'm taking Michigan State with the money line right here. So that is my official play. We are Brothas N Bets. We appreciate everybody tuning in.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from